Great. Well, let's switch gears a little bit back to the real estate investment side. I think very fascinating to hear all of the applications, but what does it actually mean to be investing in supporting that technological advancement that we're seeing? I'm joined by in a very esteemed panel here that has been investing in a data center space for a while. We'll be talking a lot about data centers, but also about how real estate and infrastructure actually straddles the space. And maybe let's start with a quick round of introductions.
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Sebastian Dooley, part of the data center group at Principal Asset Management and responsible for our European data center fund.
I'm Ali O'Rourke. I'm a partner in portfolio management at TA Realty and leading the data center strategy there.
Yeah, Ryan Krauch, Affinius Capital. We invest in data centers in the US and Europe.
Great, thank you. So our prior speaker is probably going to laugh when I say this, but I actually used Copilot to help me with some numbers. So I did actually want to find out how much capital is flowing into the space. And I found a very interesting article saying that alone last year, we had 50 funds globally fundraising that were targeting data centers in some form. And the total capital that was targeted for the data center space was 20 billion just for last year. Is that worrying at all for you?
No, I don't think it's that worrying. I think that if you look at the size of and the scale of these data centers, they cost multiple billions of dollars to build typically. And so it's less overall data centers at $20 billion than it sounds. And probably that $20 billion needs to be paired with additional capital to really get to the growth that we all expect, to be able to do all the fun AI things we all learned about just now.
Yeah, I'd be skeptical of that number also. I think everybody who has a shovel and a wheelbarrow thinks they're a data center developer right now. So I think the actual conversion on that's probably quite low.
Yeah, and the funny thing is when I asked Copilot to give me the same stats for infrastructure funds, couldn't really help me. So I don't know if that's because I'm a real estate or what, but let's just assume it's probably at least double the size again. So when we're looking at the data center space today, what are some of the key factors you would say you have to consider in investing in the space?
How much capital you've got available, to be honest, because the scale of these assets is growing at a sort of an astronomical rate. I mean, what, a few years ago, 50, 60 megawatts was a decent sized facility. I mean, build costs in the US probably 12.5 million a megawatt, something like that. So you're looking 500-600 million for an asset. Now that's well over $1 billion comfortably to develop out. So yeah, how much capital you've got. Yeah, where in the risk spectrum you want to be as well. What types of leases you want to be signing. I think there's quite a lot to take on board.
I think there's lots of ways you can play this space, anything from single tenant, hyperscale, cloud and AI focused to retail co-location to carrier hotels.